Whoa.
Hello.
Hello. Bit of a costume change. Ahoy! That's right. Right, well, hello. Let's take that off. My name is Joe Frost, and I'm a comedian. As a child, I was never a big fan of height restrictions. Our granddad was a magician, and he had the best box you've ever seen, He was very proud of it. It's part of his big varnishing act. I feel like a few of you are looking at the eyepatch now, wondering what that's about, so I'm going to explain. I'm not going through a David Bowie phase. This is to represent the dangers of 3D. Now I feel like in this world of 3D now, 3D cinema, we're all become quite desensitised to objects flying towards our faces, and this could quite easily happen. So, also, if your doctor's a pirate, this is how he'll treat you. I've heard that they're actually trying to develop 3D without the glasses now. Apparently a bloke stands behind the cinema screen, just pushes it out every now and again. You can get a home system where you can get a TV on wheels and throw a rope around it and just pull it towards you at key moments. So anyway, I was telling you a bit about myself. I really hate double standards, Despite a fervent letter campaign, ITV still won't commission my series, Midsummer Rapes. Sorry, going somewhere. The other day I heard a rumour that butter was really nice, so I spread it. Heard another rumour that jam was quite good, so I spread it. I heard another rumour that marmalade was really good, but it's not. Put that in there to highlight the difference between a joke and an opinion. Some of you might think that was a joke opinion. Who doesn't like marmalade? I don't like marmalade. It's not very nice. And I thought this was the perfect vehicle to spread that. Oh, fuck. Another great opinion of mine is that you should be able to tell jokes at funerals. A lot of people find that disrespectful. I think it can be vital. For instance, knock knock.
Who's that?
It's me, I'm not dead. Can you please open the coffin? Yeah, that goes down a storm at quite a few funerals I've been to, all cremations. Anyway, keep doing it. Another thing you should actually know about me, that's almost all about me. I'm from the outskirts of Solihull. A lot of people think that's a bit of a posh place, but it's not really. From Anglo-Saxon, Solihull actually translate as soily hill, or as I like to call it, shit heap. I suppose really though it is quite posh. While most places are going for this Zumba dance yourself fit thing, I was on Solihull Council website the other day looking for fitness classes, and we've got a version called a wiggle and a giggle dance. I thought that's not for me, it sounds too much like a middle class mild sexual assault. Anyway, I don't really need fitness, as you can see. I'm in peak condition. Anyway, it might be an idea to go to self-defense classes though, but I think I've got that down. I've perfected a technique of shitting myself very quickly to dissuade muggers, like you might in a bear attack. Yeah, I'm quite conscious about muggings at the moment because I got this organ donor card the other day. Yeah, so get well soon. I got this organ donor card the other day, and for me that seems to say that an opportunist can take a bit more than your wallet, you know. So I'm a bit scared. The NHS actually kindly sent me a letter with it saying, you know, watch out for hoodies with scalpels, etc. So I was glad about that. But obviously they talked about the benefits as well. So it was very worthwhile. Apparently I could save up to 9 lives, or 1 cat. Sorry about that, it's a disgusting image of a cat with all my organs. Anyway. So the Americans are a bunch of bastards, aren't they? Sorry about that segue, but if they can drag us into the Iraq War, I can do that. Anyway, I know a lot of comedians do rant about the Americans, and it might seem a bit xenophobic, and it might seem a lot of shit comedians do that, but I think I've got some real evidence this time, some real made-up evidence. Anyway, first of all, the Americans I find to be quite rude, quite a bit, you know, about money and things. For instance, I was at Disney World the other year, and I was going to pay my hotel bill, and there was a lot of additional charges, and I was like, what's that about? And the guy said, what's this then? And the guy said, oh, that's magic fees. And I said, magic fees? And he says, would you stay magical? I said, yeah, it was pretty magical. He said, we'll pay your fees then. And I said, what's this one? He says, adult magic fees. I said, what? I said, I was told that the adult magic fees, you know, wouldn't appear on the bill. And he said, I can make them, you know, disappear. I said, oh yeah, do you accept gold dust? He said, no, Visa will be fine. Another thing about the Americans, they're quite ignorant, you know, quite ignorant. I phoned up Sarah Palin's campaign manager the other week. I said, I inquired where she had been governor, and the guy told me, he said, Alaska. But he hadn't got back to me since. And he should have known, really, shouldn't he? He should have known in the first place. Not deterred by that, I went and I phoned up Butch Otter's PR manager, and I asked where he was governor currently, and that guy, he told me Idaho. And I said, well, you probably should know. I was quite angry at this point. And I said, I don't appreciate the Scooby-Doo impression. I've thrown that in there. It's the same gag twice, but I've thrown it in there to you know, this is my dedication to the comedy. I will Google something for up to 2 minutes before writing a joke. Google is a thing off the internet, for those who don't know. Has anyone been on the internet? It's really good. For those of you, it's really good. Just go on the internet. You can Google that, type in internet, and it just comes up. So, okay. I was on the internet the other day, actually. I was on the Facebook, learning everything about everyone else's lives, as you do. And I've come across this group called I Don't Read. And I thought, how are people in that group supposed to find that group? It was actually called I Don't Read, so it was a shame. I sent the guy an angry message. I said, you can, just miss out apostrophes. You stupid fucking cunt. But yeah, I really like reading. I'll admit it here. I like doing reading challenges. I set myself little challenges. I like to read a book in real time. For instance, I read Genesis in 7 days. But I doubt I'll finish the rest of that one. Yeah, so I got quite upset the other day. I ordered some used books off Amazon, and they were a day late. So I'm sitting there the next day, you know, I'm waiting by the letterbox, waiting for the books, and I'm a busy man, you know. I need the books. Need to know where the books are. And so they roll in, and I'm thinking, well, you know, tear open the package, and there's this little note inside. Little note, that's not it. This is part of the act. It's funny, this bit. Anyway, I don't have the note, but I can summarise it. It said, sorry, your books have been delayed, but, and here's the excuse, here's the snivelling excuse, and you understand why I was so upset after this. My baby boy was born the other day. Love, Emma. And I thought, you know, what an excuse, what an excuse. Like, as if you're sitting around there in the hospital for God knows how many hours, you could have just put some packages together, you know, put a stamp on it. But the real labour was being neglected, I tell you. And this is why we shouldn't let them work, because we know this will happen. And yeah, so anyway. I didn't like it. So I decided to send back a note of my own to Emma. And I said, Emma! Exclamation mark. Your womb is bad for business. Sort it out, love. Regards, disgruntled customer. I'm always handing out advice like that. Advice. Got some advice for everyone here tonight. I've got a few pieces of advice. First piece of advice, I thought of a genius way, smuggling food into the cinema. Just eat it first, walk in. If you want, you can regurgitate it into a partner's mouth, as a mother bird might. Really breaks the ice on those first dates. Second bit of advice is, what's the most pointless thing you can do? Does anyone know? The answer, my friends, is blowing in the wind. The answer is blowing in the wind. Why would you do it? Just add into the wind. Stupid. And people said Bob Dylan was a genius. He's not, is he? He's not. So don't do that. That's my advice there. Don't do that, because you'll just look like it too. Third piece of advice would be, this is how to spot a failing relationship, okay? It's not that you're wearing an eyepatch. It is if you and your partner have different Dolmio days. It's a nightmare waiting to happen. We've all had the talk. When's your Dolmio day? Tuesday. But isn't that John from work's Dolmio day? Yeah, it is. I'm sorry I had to find out like this. So yeah, any more advice? I don't know. Have a consult the sheet. Yeah, okay. Don't call sex chat lines. Don't do it. Okay. I called a sex chat line the other day. And my mum was in the next room. That was certainly a close call. Can't really do the wide-eyed thing with them an eyepatch on. Yeah, we learned a lot about each other that time. Anyway, yeah, my final bit of advice is it doesn't really apply to me. I've lied. I've said the advice is for you. It's not. It's for time team. Okay. Time team should be set in the future. It'd be a lot easier. A lot easier. You wouldn't have to dig any shit up. You just have a washing machine and some, DVD, something like that. And you just go, oh, that's from the past. Because we've already set up, this is in the future. So, yeah. I was watching Time Team the other day, and Robinson was there. And he was just digging up some nuns, just as you do. In front of some school kids, he said, come on school kids, come and look at the remains of the nuns. And I was disgusted. So I wrote a poem about it. It's called digging up nuns. Robinson stood there smiling, the bastard. All light seemed to come from his eyes. His hands were victorious, but covered in plaster, just standing there happy, refusing to die. The nuns his prize, their bones intact, their remains reclaimed for his pleasure, his sick pleasure. His perverted throats covered in them, disguised with facts. Robinson laughed and hoarded his treasure. "Boo!" I screamed, "you abysmal shit!" But Robinson continued searching for history, scrambling in the dirt for another hit. Nothing spared, a solution to every mystery. So I switched over to Saturday Kitchen 9. It's pretty good. Anyway, so I'll wrap it up now. I'm sure you'll be thankful. Before I come here tonight, I mentioned my mum earlier. She doesn't work for a sex chat line, I'll clear that up. She told me, she gave me a bit of advice herself. She said, "Don't go, you shit." I said, "Thanks, Mum." But who's laughing now? No one. So, thank you. All right.